Rebecca and welcome to my channel. Today I want to show you these Crafter's Companion lattice dies. I've been wanting to work with these types of dies for a long time. I first saw this type of die by Sam Calcott at Mixed Up Crafts on YouTube, and when I saw these I thought, oh, I thought they'd copy the idea, but I've not been able to get hold of Sam's yet, but I still do want hers because she's got some different shapes to what these ones are. I just wanted to show you them and how they go together, just as a quick tutorial. There's, like I said, there's 6 different ones. This one's called the Chevron, and then this one's Star. I'm going to show you a bit more up close in a moment. I'm just going through them now. Opulence. It says double diamond. I think this is my favourite one. I know Sam definitely does one this shape and the chevron. This is double loop, and this is just your plain circle. So I've not opened these yet. I wanted to save them for the video. So I've got my Gemini MIDI, just because I'm using this size thing. You can use any size cutting machine that you've got. Now it's probably best to do these with different, like with paper or card that's got a different colour on the opposite side. You don't have to. I've just not got any that's coloured on one side and plain on the other one. So I'm just going to go with some of these. So I'll go with this circle one first. It's always good packaging with the Crafter's Companion. Now with theirs they do a long one and a short one. I think this is for if you want to make a longer strip, so you can pop them together, or if it's to go on a shorter area, say if you're making boxes and things like that. So that's 8x8 paper, but we're not going to. And silly me, I forgot to bring my cutting machine outside for me to do filming. We'll do it this way. Right, now I'm going to go get my guillotine. I'll be back in a second. Right, so I've got the die and I'm just popping it down onto the piece of paper that I've got. And then if you're using the MIDI, just need to pop it inside your little folder like this. And I'm just going to pop it through. You can see we've got some lovely cut semicircles. So, and all we're going to do now is I'm going to fold, zoom in a little bit so you can see better. Here you'll see you've got score lines, and that's where you're going to fold these down and then just pressing down, and they're going to tuck underneath the one below. So if you just press all these down first, make sure that you bend them on the score line and not anywhere else, because they'll not lay how you want them to if you don't. There we go. And then this one will tuck behind that circle there. And you just do that all the way up until they're all stuck down. And then this bottom one, you want to just take some Collal all-purpose glue, pop it on the underside there, it wants to come out, then just hold it down and it will stay in place. As you can see, you've got a beautiful lattice embellishment that you can use now, so you can do them on separate pieces of paper and stick them onto cards, or do it directly onto your card base. They're just really nice. I just think it gives that sort of opulent look without having too much work to do. So I'm going to get the other ones opened and then I'll cut them out and I'll show you which each of them looks like in a second. Right, so I've got them all cut out now, so you don't need to watch me doing all that way, all of them. So this one's a chevron, and I've got to say before, it's got like this little notch at the top. Don't know if you can see, oh well, you can see that. That's to indicate if you're putting it on a centre point where you're wanting it to actually go, because you can use, if you've got like a cardboard that you've made yourself, if you want it to go along the edge of the card, when you're like with the folders, you can open the card out and then put this notch at the top of the line and line it up all the way down, and then when you fold it together you'll get a different effect. But I'm just showing you how to do it this way today, but I wanted to just tell you can use it that way as well. So this one's a chevron, so it's just a case of pushing them down and under the one before. And then it's just the bottom one that just needs sticking down. These thinner ones, it is easy enough to be able to fold them and tuck them underneath all in one go, but the more intricate ones, I think I'll prefer to do all the folding first. But you just work from the bottom upwards at tucking them in. There we go. And that's your chevron. Now if you've got the different coloured on one side, then these pieces will be, you know, the bits that you folded over will be a different colour, and it'll give you a different effect as well. So there's lots of different things that you can do with them. So that's a chevron. And the next one is the star. This is more of one of the more intricate ones, so I'm going to be a little more careful with this one. You can use your bone folder if you want to score the, you know, the crease lines better, but I'm just doing with my fingers. It's whether if you can put pressure on with your fingers, you know, to do it that way. Okay, so see from the side, this is going to tuck underneath the piece that's left from the one below. There we go. And then that's the star. That one looks really intricate. As you can see, there's not a lot of work gone into it. It looks like you've done a lot more than what you actually have. I've been really looking forward to using these. Okay, and the next one's the opulence. So this is pretty much like the chevron one, so it's quite easy enough to fold and tuck at the same time. I'm liking how it's leaving this little hole there as part of the pattern. These really do give you that wow factor for your cards. That really is beautiful. I'm just imagining it in mirror card, in the shine, and then you know, the different colours, because on the back of all my mirror cards it's plain white on the back, but I thought it might be a bit too difficult to film on the camera. I thought the reflection might put the camera off. Right, now this is the double diamond. This is the one that we're really looking forward to using. So start at the bottom again. And these are easier to use if you're just using paper, but if you are using a thin card, then I really would recommend using a bone folder to just burnish those score lines, just to make sure that they stay in place so they don't come back from underneath where they're supposed to be tucked. Because if it's stiff card, it might have a tendency to pop back open. But this is just paper, so it's staying quite well. See, one's coming there. I've not tucked it enough. You could always just put some a little dot of glue on the pieces underneath where they're stuck on the other side, but you shouldn't have to. If you've burnished your score lines really well, it will they should stay in place. So I really like that, but that one doesn't really look like a fencing or lattice effect, you know, where the stuff that you have out in your garden. I really do like that one. That one's definitely my favourite so far. And then this one's the double loop. Now this one, because it's got thinner pieces, I'm going to... Whoop. I think I've got it upside down. I think that's why it's not... Oh no, I got it right. Oh, it was that right, okay. So this one you do tuck it under as you've folded it. See, I've not used these shapes. I've seen it. I don't think Sam's got one of this shape, but I do like. Oh, it looks like chain, like, you know, like a link of chain. Really like that. Oh, and tuck your little loops under those ones as well. So this is definitely more intricate than the other ones. So just be careful that you don't tear your paper. Go under there. Oh, now I'm torn between this one and the last one. Now is my favourite. Oh wow, I really do like that. Bit of glue. This one there. Like I say, you can always stick these little bits down with some glue if you want to. That really is beautiful, that double loop. Stick them down. I think it's more awkward if, you know, because there's not quite a lot of card holding down the loops from the next one on. So I think that's why that one keeps popping. But you can just put it down with a little dot of glue underneath. So I'll just bring them all back in. Okay. Do them out a bit more, and then I can get them all shot in one go. I will be doing some tutorials with these actually used in cards. I just wanted to just do a quick review of them before I started using them, just to give you an idea, because I know sometimes you can see these things on the craft channels and you think, do I want them, do I not? And then I look for a video that somebody's got of something to see whether if I'd actually use it, and this has definitely been a good purchase, and it was a good value for money. I think I got it when they were launched. It was on a launch day deal, but I like them because they've got the two different length dies in them. They've got the long one, and then if you just want to extend it, or if it's a smaller area, and it's got the little notch, so you know what your centre point if you're popping it on the centre line or a certain fold within a card. So I really like these. I'm torn between those two, which are my favourites, but I'm sure I'll find a good use for all of them. So I hope that's helped you if you're confused as to whether to get them or not. And if you've got any questions, don't hesitate to ask me in the comments section. And if you've enjoyed it, if you can give me a thumbs up, that'd be appreciated. And if you haven't subscribed, if you'll consider subscribing, that would be appreciated too. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!